Grave concern, the CFPB says, over zombie second mortgages. That sounds like a random story. Grave sounds really serious. I don't know the depth of this problem as it's showing up, but this type of thing happens frequently. A little less now. We see it less, but with title companies and when we're handling purchase transactions for a property, you see these old mortgages that like seem to be satisfied. They're 10 years old, borrower doesn't know anything about them. Maybe they've been paid off, maybe they don't exist, but maybe they haven't. You know, there's circumstances in which the mortgages, people believe that they were rolled up in a modification of a first mortgage, and they haven't gotten statements in 10 years. They think they're gone just because a mortgage isn't satisfied. So when a mortgage is recorded, it's recorded in its county, and that's public record. That's how it's made of record. When you pay that mortgage off, whether you pay it off in cash, or whether you refinance your property, or whether a new buyer comes and you buy a property and it's someone else's mortgage, that mortgage doesn't just disappear. Someone has to actually now record the satisfaction with the county that says, yeah, that mortgage that you can see of public record, it's gone now, it doesn't exist. Someone has to actually do that. Well, the only person that can do that is the person who's holding the note, who's holding the mortgage, the lender, right? And so that lender has to, now they've lent money on the property, now they've got to go satisfy that mortgage. And guess what? They're not really paid to do it. It's a cleanup effort. There's no real solid regulatory body that's breathing over the shoulder of these lenders to make sure that they're satisfying these things. And so when they go to cut costs, when things get slow in the refinance business and lenders and servicers, mortgage servicers go to cut costs, where do you think they're going to cut costs? They're going to cut costs in places like mortgage satisfactions where they're not making money. It's not a profit center for them. And there's no regulatory body breathing over their shoulder, whatever, to satisfy these things. And so these ghost mortgages, right, that are satisfied, or you can look at them and we believe they're likely satisfied, they no longer exist. They were paid off in a refinance, they were paid off by you in cash, or they belong to a prior owner of your property, but it's still there and we just don't know. And that kind of thing happens a lot, like a lot. And it has to be chased down because look at this, there's grave concern of the CFPB over these zombie mortgages, meaning second mortgages that were taken out from purchases in the 2000s, and second mortgage holders, people think that they're paid off. They think that through modifications and refinances that these second mortgages were paid off, and some of them may not have been. And the servicers now have bought those second notes and they're just sitting on them, waiting, and now they're going to go collect on them and knock on the door. And title companies insure those things and they know there's money waiting for them. So it's a real serious problem. People think like there's no issues. These things are real.